I think Marinna is getting on as well. But we are two medical students. I'm a fourth year, and Marinna is a third year, and we're from the University of South Carolina School of Medicine in Greenville, located about halfway between Charlotte and Atlanta, for those of you who may not be familiar with our pretty little city. So we are doing a short presentation today on a program that we started at our medical school, partnering with Greenville County Schools and a lot of Title I middle schools, focused on vaping education and vaping prevention. So despite this becoming an ongoing problem, I'm sure all of us have seen kiddos, participating in vaping behaviors, both in and out of schools. We noticed and were approached because there are not a lot of one class period curriculum pieces. We found a lot of longitudinal programs and found a lot of just kind of very, very brief presentations, but nothing that could kind of fit in one class period. So the community identified this as a need. And so we were eager to kind of hop in and help with that. So our presentation, like I kind of alluded to before, is 40 minutes, and it focuses on the basics of vaping, the impacts on both physiological and mental health. And we also tried to provide a brief overview of substance use disorder and the kind of the basics of addiction, which I think was very impactful to students, talking about it in a very objective way with them. And I think one of the most wonderful parts of our project is that we were able to involve medical students at our school. So we provided them with a very brief training over our presentation, some fast facts, commonly asked questions, and then they were able to come with us to the schools and provide this education. So we piloted last year, right before the school year ended, at one middle school. And so we provided 12 presentations to students during their designated physical education time. And Marinna will talk to us a little bit about what our presentation included and kind of current and next steps of our presentation and project.
Yeah, so going forward, we did have those 12 presentations over 2 class days, which was able to cover basically all of the students in the middle school who were present on those days. They were separated by grade level and sex as well. And here in the middle of the poster, we just have a couple of the slides and images that we showed some of the students. So again, we kind of talked about like what was in the vape pod. The second picture was kind of, we tried to walk them through some imaging about what vaping can be doing to your body, with like lung injury and things like that, and just really trying to show them visuals to vaping can potentially impact their health. And I think one of the more important things, in my opinion, that we kind of talked about was, how do I say no to vaping? If I want to quit vaping, where do I go? Because I know that the gym teachers were telling me, just in that one specific school, that I think in class that year so far, they confiscated like 10 different vapes from people vaping inside the classroom. So they definitely had many, many students that were actively vaping to the point of addiction where they needed that puff inside of class. So we kind of went over some things that they could do, excuses that they could give other people, etc. And we also provided them with some resources that were aimed and directed at younger students, for them to potentially navigate that if they don't have someone in their life that they felt like they could trust. So just in general, we had pretty positive feedback from the school, that they just thanked us again and just were very excited about how engaged the students were, and really wanted to express their thanks. I know we after every class period, we had students lined up just waiting to ask questions, and they said that that was something that they had not gotten without having like a medical student or an outside source coming in. So in the future, we've recognized this as a potential research opportunity. As Chloe noted, that there's not much in the literature specifically focused on these shorter presentations, that they are really more longitudinal programs. And unfortunately, in our county and in our state, the classroom time allotted for that It's really hard to fight schools to change their curriculum for a long period. So we're hoping that like this 1-day class and then being able to provide that throughout the years and hopefully getting it in year after year to reinforce that will help to be able to get us to actually get it in the school system, since it's so hard to convince them to give us weeks of their time when they have so much else that they need to cover. So goal-wise, we're hoping to expand to every public middle school in the county, beginning with those Title I schools, and hopefully partner with the residency program, the pediatric residency program at Prisma Hospital, just to help bring in some residents to help ensure some longevity so that they can kind of help guide that going forward, especially as Chloe and I move on throughout graduation in the years to come. But thank you for your time, and we're here to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Perfect. So I think this is a fantastic presentation, and also the work you guys are doing is admirable, especially for the community. My question is, I know it's a pilot study, and I see that you collected qualitative feedback. Is there any quantitative data collected in this initial process?
For our pilot presentations, we very much tried to, but we, with the timing of what we were given and kind of IRB and a lot of different steps that would be in the way, we did not collect any quantitative data, excuse me. But our hope is that as we kind of move forward, get our IRB approval and establish kind of more objective measures and kind of obtaining some pre and post test data. We are super excited. We have a fantastic research mentor now who's kind of been leading us through creating those initial steps in order to get some additional data. But I wish we had more.
So thank you. Do we have any other questions? All right. Well, thank you for a wonderful presentation. We move on to the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.